My ex tried to take our children, then demanded I repay $12,000. He smirked, "You'll never touch my retirement." For years later, I proved him wrong. Years earlier, Derek had pressured me to quit working after our first child was born. He said daycare cost too much and promised I could return later. Then our second child arrived and later never came. By then, Derek controlled everything. He questioned grocery receipts, criticized every small purchase, and refused to explain his own spending. When I discovered messages from another woman, he blamed me for being suspicious instead of admitting the affair. His behavior worsened until the night he frightened our son over a broken glass. That was when I made him leave. 2 weeks later, I stood at a grocery checkout with both children beside me. My card was declined because Derek had caused our joint account to be restricted. When I called him, he said, "The courts haven't ordered me to give you a dime." A stranger gave me $40 so I could buy food for my children. It took 6 months before a judge ordered Derek to pay child and spousal support. He still refused until wage garnishment began. Eventually, the divorce was finalized. I moved, rebuilt my life, and later married Luke. The divorce order said spousal support would last 2 years. There was a section about remarriage, but the box that would automatically stop the payments had not been checked. So the payments continued for about 1 year after I remarried, totaling roughly $12,000. I also knew I might be entitled to part of Derek's retirement account from the years we were married. I chose not to pursue it because I believed keeping the support was a fair compromise. Then Derek suddenly filed for sole custody. During that case, he discovered I had remarried and demanded the $12,000 back. I told him, "Let the support issue stay settled, and I'll leave your retirement alone." He laughed. "You'll never touch my retirement." He demanded repayment anyway. The judge ordered me to repay the support, but Derek's income had increased, so child support was recalculated. The repayment was offset against the higher amount, and I still received about $20 more each month. His custody case also collapsed. The children were stable, and there was no reason to uproot them. That was when I told my attorney to divide the marital portion of his retirement account. Derek fought it for 4 years. He ignored deadlines, withheld records, and delayed every step until the court sanctioned him and found him in contempt. Then, in 2021, the transfer finally arrived. My share was about 4 times the $12,000 he had demanded back. I used it for legal bills, the children's education, and long-term security. I thought it was over until his fiancée emailed me. She accused me of stealing his retirement and said he refused to marry her because of what I had done. I explained that Derek had been offered a choice. He chose the expensive one. She still called me a thief. So I told her if he's afraid of losing money, sign a prenup. She said she shouldn't have to because I had robbed him. I never answered again. Derek once used money to frighten me into submission. In the end, I didn't take anything the court said wasn't mine. I simply stopped protecting him from the consequences of his own decisions. So was I wrong for pursuing my lawful share, or did my ex create the outcome himself?